What's up, guys? Welcome back to Honey, I'm Home. I'm Priz.
I'm Talon.
And we back. How you feeling, man?
I feel good.
Yeah?
How do you feel?
I feel great. How do you feel about the last episode? It put you more at ease, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, you make me feel comfortable. And Morgan makes me feel comfortable. So.
I'm melting.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to comfortability, but you know, we also want to get out of comfort zone, so I don't know.
Oh, we're getting out of comfort zones.
How was your week?
I actually had a busy week.
You did?
Yeah.
She's had a busy couple weeks.
I've had a busy couple weeks.
Right.
There's a lot of new stuff going on at work right now. I'm having to kind of take on things outside of my jurisdiction, but
Outside of your
cool.
comfort zone?
Yeah. Honestly, this week is all about me getting out of my comfort zone
I love that for you.
and doing things that I'm not normally having to do.
You know, the one thing about doing stuff that isn't on your, quote unquote, description. I was just talking to Shannon about this, because Shannon, technically her role is not, she leases this apartment, right, where we live, and she helps tenants get in and out or whatever, but she does a lot of event planning, because she was telling me about Christmas and Halloween and doing X, Y, and Z, and I was like, honestly, I love doing it, because it gets me, for one, it gets me out of my comfort zone, for two, it's something different than what I'm normally doing, sending emails, doing paperwork, blah, 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 you know what I mean, and I'm like, that's fire, but also think of it as a way, if you ever wanted to leave, you can put that on your resume.
Absolutely.
You know? And that's a win.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, it's never a bad thing. I'm not bitching and complaining about it. It's just it's just been a busy week, and then that on top of just different meetings of other things I have going on, and still trying to fit in friend time, babe time, honey's time. We didn't talk about honey.
Let's talk about honey.
So we just need to say it now. Okay, we just need to say it now, just so that we get it out there.
If y'all didn't know, she has a daughter.
I have a daughter.
A whole kid.
A whole child, and her name is Honey, and she has 4 legs, and she's so fucking cute, and I love her, and that's my baby girl, and we call her Cheetah Girl, and we call her Honey Baby Girl, and we call her
the
Mama's Girl.
She's a couple different names.
So that's Honey. You'll probably hear stories about us talking about Honey, maybe getting in arguments over Honey. One of the only things we ever argue about
is Honey.
Yeah.
I love Honey. You know what I mean? That's my dog, but I'm like, that's my
cat.
She's a cat. But she is so bad. She's terrible twos forever.
Yeah,
you know,
she's almost 4.
She don't listen.
But
and
she's
cats in
so
general don't
cute.
listen.
So it's almost
Right. I really want to play this game with you.
Oh, yeah.
It's called Couples. Shout out to Jazz. I know we shouted her out last time, but shout out to Jazz because she's just a real one. She put us onto this game. Did you see that? It's called Couples.
It stems from the We're Not Really Strangers. It's a game you play with your people and friends, whatever. But they came out with specifically just a couples one, and then a friend one, which is cool.
Fire. We've played the level 1. It was actually really intriguing and interesting because a lot of the questions that they were asking, we were able to answer in full depth. Some of the questions I feel like I've already asked her just in life in general. But we're on level 2 now, so we want to share this with you guys. It's going to be a little icebreaker just so y'all can see a little bit more of our dynamic, our relationship. But it's going to be fun, so. Pull!
Me first?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't want that one.
What was that one? Hold on.
No, because okay.
Yeah, you're a cheater.
What do you overthink most in our relationship, if anything?
I don't think I do overthink anything. Do you overthink anything?
No. Because I feel in our relationship, if we think something, we just kind of say it.
Say it and ask it.
And then
it deads right then and there. Yeah.
Okay.
What did you learn from your parents' relationship that you'd like to apply / avoid in this one? It's divorce. Not my parents, your parents.
Oh, yeah. I'm wait, what? Also, too, a huge thing is having your own thing.
Ooh.
Continuing to be your own individual person, because my dad used to play in the NFL, and my mom was stay-at-home mom vibes, but she always had this very businessy nature to her, and she had goals and dreams that she always wanted to accomplish. And my dad was well, I really want you to raise talent at home and be home, you know, and
just be limited and boxed into this.
Just because he was like, that was his idea of like, I want to take care, like, you know, he was like, I don't think it was like ill intent. I think some of it was probably a little bit of insecurity on his part, but I think it was more so like, I just want you to like, you know, be home. Like, he wanted this life to be able to be like, I provide for my like, you know what I mean? So it was very like ego driven, I feel like, personally. And my mom had so many opportunities to do things that she really wanted to do, and she didn't. And so I think that is probably like
what you wouldn't want to take into this relationship.
Yeah, that's something that I'm just like, okay, always like do what you want and like have your own friends, have your own thing, like your still keep your individual self, but like be able to merge when it's
you know. I think that's super important just in general. I think you definitely touched on my parents too, because from such a cultural Hispanic Mexican machismo background, you know what I mean? Like, my dad's very much like, I'm gonna own the bread and the money and blah blah blah, and you stay home. And gradually he, like, I don't know if it was him or mom, this conversation I gotta have with them, but my mom definitely started doing her own thing, started working. And when I was like 4th, 5th grade, she was working at a restaurant, and then she moved into something else. But she started doing her own thing, and I don't know if that was because of lack of income, and maybe she just helped with the bills or whatever. But nowadays I know that she doesn't pay for anything. Like, she stacks up and then they go in on like properties together or homes together or whatever. But that was very much like my dad's mindset. My mom doesn't really have friends outside of like my dad and my family. I do love that they have each other, but at the end of the day, like, you gotta keep your own identity. Yeah. Okay, next. When do you think I'm at my best? Who am I with and what am I doing? You already know my answer to that. What? Okay, when do you think I'm at my best? Okay, well, who am I with and what am I doing? At your best when you're drinking. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Wow, rude, but true. Obviously, you're at your best when you're doing stuff that you love, like stuff that you're passionate about, and people that you truly love. Yeah. I would say you're your best self when you're probably around your mom and Stevie, like, and Honey. Family vibes for sure, like, definitely, like, very talent, like, you know, like, that's just your true self. Yeah. Okay, cute. Good answer. Have I changed your worldview in any big or small way? Which one, big or small? It says, wait, I'm sorry. Big or small way? Oh, my worldview. It's talking about the world, girl, not relationships. The world. But the way you maneuver relationships can change your world. Come on, Snap. I mean, so yeah, in a sense, because it's like, even like taking it back to like what I've learned about my parents' relationship that I don't want to do. I can't say that before this relationship I wasn't on that same mindset of like, oh, I would maybe like do the stay at home, like, you know what I mean? If I had somebody that just provided for me, like, I wouldn't do X, Y, and Z. But I think in us having our relationship, and we're both like working so hard trying to like provide for our families and each other and like make our dreams come true. Like, so if I came to you and I was already like a fucking millionaire, would that make you feel more like, okay, I could chill? You know, probably naturally, maybe like maybe in a sense, like it would be like, interesting. But like I'm saying that in the sense of like, yes, but would I always feel like I wanted to have my own thing, and I'd be like, babe, like, so here's this business idea, like, you know what I mean? Like, I definitely feel like I'd be like that, but yeah, does it give you a little bit more like leeway of comfort? Like, oh, I might just chill for maybe financial stability. Yeah, like, sure. But I think in us doing everything like together, and we're very like 50-50, we're very like, we're doing this together, that changes my view on like, no, I actually don't want that. This is what I really want. I do want to like work for my shit, and like I do want my partner to do the same thing, and for us to, once we do get to Italy on our whatever anniversary vacation, and we're just like, damn, like we did this, like that, to me, that's a worldview change. Like, I came from thinking this. And like, now I'm not okay, but I'm great with where I'm at. Absolutely. Not to take personally with you, I would say hanging out with your friends so goddamn much.
I knew she was
But
gonna say that.
like every goddamn day.
Okay, it's not every day.
Babe, it's okay though. I love that for you. And I don't take it personal because I'm like, she still got to get her little fix. She a crackhead. Ooh, go get that. No, I'm just kidding. No, I love that. I genuinely love that, and I feel like it keeps your spirits up. Like if we were together 24/7, the way I would naturally, as a Cancer, picture it, as like from what I know from my parents, like that would drive me nuts. You know, and I don't even know that it would drive me nuts.
On your nerves so much.
100%. So I'm glad that we have, even though sometimes when I know like my train of thought is like, oh, I'm about to see her, I'm about to spend time with her, and she's like all of a sudden, oh, I gotta go to a party with da-da-da, or I gotta go do this and that. What? But I learned not to take it personal.
Yeah. Good job.
Finish the sentences. I knew I really liked you when blank. I knew I loved you when blank.
Oh.
Talk to me, baby.
Okay. I knew I liked you when, I think it was one of the first, I think it was the first time you FaceTimed me.
We hadn't even met yet.
We hadn't even met yet, and you FaceTimed me,
I was
and
like,
I like,
this is real. Let me call her.
I was at McKenna's house.
Drinking wine.
Yeah, literally at McKenna's house drinking wine, and I ran over to her mirror, and I was like, oh my god. Like, you know, like fixing, like, you know what I mean? Like making sure, because I had no makeup on. Like, I was just like, oh my god. Like, I had this little hat on, remember? I had the hat. And I was just like, oh, like, okay, whatever. So I knew I liked you when I was just like, oh my gosh, like, am I good, you know? And then even like the first day that we met, like, I was like, I had like a mild anxiety attack, like, before you came over. And like,
so that's how you knew you liked me.
That's how I knew I liked you, because I was just like, like, yeah.
But you knew you loved me.
And I knew I loved you when, what?
I didn't say nothing.
I know, but she said,
yeah, I'm moving around. I'm wondering.
I knew I loved you when.
She said, damn, when did I?
When did I love you?
Do I?
I knew I loved you when you showed me effective and healthy communication. I was like, oh, you're different. I was like, ooh.
This is good.
This is nice. Like, wow. So I don't have.
When was that moment though?
Yeah, I don't remember the exact moment, but when I was just like, oh wow, like this is, yeah, okay, all right, yeah, I like this.
I love her.
Yeah, I love her a lot. Not Morgan melting behind us.
Just so y'all know, we met on Hinge. Super fucking random.
Let's talk about that later. Let's talk about that later. Alright.
What recent experience made you feel closer to me? Damn, I wish that one was for me.
That is for you.
Technically.
That was
I said it to you.
I know, but you weren't supposed to go. It wasn't your turn.
So you can pick that.
Okay, so what recent experience made you feel closer to me?
Maybe that's not the most recent. I mean, besides moving in together, but it's definitely the most. To me, it's the most significant. But I'll say when we went to your grandma's house.
Ooh.
And that was the first time I went to her grandma's house since she passed away, right? And it was just like super emotional. Her mom, shout out to her mom. I love her.
I know you, Mom.
But yeah, that just definitely made me feel closer to you, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was like one of the most like probably emotional and heavy you probably ever felt me.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom too, you know, because you got to also see a different experience.
I feel like your mom.
It was an experience that we both experienced together, and then like you were there, so you got to see kind of like both sides.
Yeah. But that was super like bittersweet, I'm sure.
Wow. Oh, I didn't know you were gonna say that one.
Are there any insecurities from previous relationships that you carried into this one? If so, what are they? That's a valid question. Don't be afraid to answer it.
I mean, yeah, but I shouldn't. You know?
That's not the question. What are they?
Spill the tea. I'm like, yes. You take a little sip.
Me too, shit. What are they? Because I ain't hear nothing about this.
Yeah, you didn't hear it because you experienced it.
What?
What are the only times that we've gotten into like actual arguments?
I'm confused.
I think that I dealt with in my past relationships a lot of wandering eyes and wandering just entertainments and all of these things. So I think I've been very scarred by that. So I think that that's like probably like the biggest insecurity that I have.
Now I
carried.
remember.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about that one.
Even though, which is why I said like with you, like it's like And it's so annoying when it like even like tries to peek through, because it's like I'm so like I trust you so much, you know, like with my whole entire like soul and being, like I trust you so much. So it's like when I even allow myself to like tap back into that like old talent, it pisses me. It really does piss me off.
I didn't even remember this situation, but now I remember it and I'm like, oh yeah. But it usually happens when you're like under the influence.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, when you're
this thing is dangerous.
Good card, girl. Maybe.
When was the last time someone betrayed your trust? How did that affect your ability to trust today?
Someone's definitely betrayed my trust, but I don't think it's affected me, like, to trust again. I don't know. I'm super trusting, which is, like, maybe a fault, but I'm not,
I think you're also, you give so much grace. So
yeah,
you're like,
I'm not one of those people that's like, oh my God, I'm scared. Like, I have been fucked over, don't get me wrong, but you're a new person. I don't give a fuck about what's happened, like, in the past. Not that I don't give a fuck, but I just don't take that into consideration when moving in a direction with someone else. Like, I don't ever bring that into this.
I'm telling you guys, she's the best person.
Love you, bitch.
Like, who does that? Nobody?
Yeah, I can't. Like, and call me out if I do. If you felt like...
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're just, like, literally perfect.
Have I ever betrayed your trust in any big or small way?
No.
Well, okay.
How have you seen me grow in this relationship?
Ooh, communication for one.
Bro.
For two, I would say the insecurity aspect for sure. I don't know, your character. I don't know if you've grown into this or you've always been this way, but I feel like your character is just different. Just very solid. There's been numerous occasions where I'm like, oh, she's the real one. You know, to myself. I'm just like, damn. Let's go on to level 3.
We haven't even opened these cards yet.
These are like the deep. The deepest of deep.
Hey guys, hold on one sec. Oh, hold the cards up.
Yes. Level 3. Alright. Finish the sentence. I'm proudest of you for... blank.
Honestly, always doing what you say you're gonna do. Because I'm the type of person, like, I'll be like, oh, I want to do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and then don't end up doing fucking half of it. But, like, you, like, every single time you say, like, I'm gonna do this, like, you do it. And I'm like, oh, love that. Aw, this is cute.
Babe, don't read it to yourself.
Oh, sorry.
Read it.
Okay.
You don't got time.
Okay, I'm sorry. When was the last time you felt lucky to be my significant other? Get specific. All the time doesn't count.
Alright, let me pick a specific moment. I'm gonna say the last time we were probably in the koozie together. The koozie meaning the jacuzzi. Because it was just such a vibe, and it's like, damn, like, yes, I could do this by myself. Don't get me wrong, I love being by myself. If you know me, you know I love being by myself. And I love doing shit on my own. But how great is it to share it with someone else? I think I've been on that type of path of like, yes, I love being by myself, but I've surpassed that in a sense of like, I like to share this with someone that I intimately like love and care for. And it doesn't always have to be intimate. I'm not saying you gotta go find your fucking soulmate. Like, you can generally find people in friends and family members.
Yeah,
that
being
like,
oh, I love doing this with you right now.
Yeah. But for me, that moment was like, yeah, this is my partner, this is my person. Like,
I think so too, for me too. That moment specifically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I think both of us were like, oh, this is really great right now. Yeah. What could other couples learn from us? Cute.
Oh, that's a good question.
Should we have other couples on here?
Yeah. Where are the couples at?
If you're a couple, and you want to come on here and you live in LA,
come forth. I would say maybe just like really effective communication. I'm gonna say a solid foundation of morals and values, because there were some things that we disagreed on. A lot of the sugar daddy instance.
Wait, which portion of me being open
to it? Yeah, that's just not in my morals. Like, I don't want to fake the fun with nobody, you know, just to get some money. Like, that's just not my life.
I feel like let's talk about this on another episode. If you guys want to hear a sugar daddy explanation episode, then we can talk about that, because it's deeper than just like.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so we'll talk about next time. But when you first brought it up, I'm just gonna say that did not
looked at me crazy.
Yeah, that did not align with me. You know what I'm saying? So
I might be a little rogue.
Right. So. But a lot of everything else, I will say, aligned. And I think it's super important to have that person who aligns with your morals and values.
first.
Specifically.
Yeah.
And then y'all build that foundation and then, build up from there. Yeah. What about you? What was the question?
Communication to me will always be, because I see in like, I look at our relationship and then I look at my past relationships and I'm like, fuck, if we just communicated effectively,
It worked out?
Like, the toxicity didn't have to be at the level that it was at, like, that doesn't mean that it would have worked out. What's one thing, okay, this is a good card to, I feel like, maybe end on. What's one thing you'd never change about our relationship?
You know how we be acting like little kids sometimes? And people are gonna be like, you're acting really momish towards her. You're acting like such a kid towards her. I'm like, no, bro, we play. Like, this is how we play. Like, our dynamic is super, like, my inner child is happy.
Like, playful.
Yeah. And my inner child feels safe. And my inner child feels good, And I think that's super important because a lot of y'all, us, lose our inner child as we're becoming adults, and I think it's super important to keep that spirit, and I think we do. I think we keep it well and alive in our relationship.
Well, I think that what it is at the end of the day, like, even like when you said earlier, when are you your best self, and you're like, when you're around like your family and like your main people, because that's your truest self, like, I can be crazy, funny, silly, stupid, this and that, just be fully myself. Like, that's what you are when you're a kid. You're just fully, you haven't been tainted by the world yet. Like, you're just yourself. Keeping that, like, playful kitty mentality, like, in your relationship is really important, because it's like, you guys are you're already adults, you have to do all the adult shit, but like, being able to kind of like let loose and just be silly and stupid and fun and like whatever. No, I
truly
agree.
love that about us. I think about it too, because I'm like, damn, can I be like this with anybody else? And I can't think of, like,
Can't picture it.
No. That wraps it up. Honey, I'm home. I'm Priz.
I'm down.
And we'll see y'all on the next one. Peace out. We're working on it. Good job, babe.
Was that good?
Yeah.